Good morning. I'm Spring like this season. Welcome back, and I'm here with Basic Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Spring.
You have news for me, Brian?
Yeah, I've got some stories.
Yeah, I got some stories.
What do you want me to do? So, a couple in Florida is arrested for selling gold tickets to heaven.
No way! That's awesome.
But
no, not awesome that they're
hold
doing
on.
that.
It's the reason they were arrested is not because they were tickets to heaven. That you had to pay $100 each, because you can sell tickets to heaven. It's that they were misleading people by saying it was gold because it was just spray painted gold and not actual gold.
Are you kidding me?
$100.
You know what this reminds me of? You know, like during the Protestant Reformation, like when they would hand out, I think it's indulgences or something like that, and then they would say like if you paid this amount of money, you would be like saved, like your sins would be like exempt and all that. This is literally what I thought of. But no, people are mad because it wasn't actual gold.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I think I would be more upset that you literally just try to trick me. Who are these buffoons that would even? Oh my God. These poor people. These poor people. And this was in Florida?
Yeah, nothing good happened.
What is going on with Florida? This is reasons why I would not go to Florida. There is something wrong with Florida people.
Yeah.
There's like, I don't know what are you drinking?
The
Florida
swamp
people
water.
are crazy. I don't get it. Okay.
So, a man in Newark claims he was robbed by rapper DMX.
I did hear about that. I saw a meme that said that DMX is getting too old for this.
Yeah.
Huh.
X ain't gonna give it to you. It's gonna take it from you.
Oh my God, you did not just say that. That was great. That has to be
I was actually, as I'm writing it, like, I'm gonna say this line and everyone's gonna be laughing because I'm so funny.
Did you have that? I love how you had that one liner ready to go.
Yep. I've always got one liner ready to go most of the time.
Oh God.
In Buffalo, a pastor set up a Christian cake mob to protest the religious freedom law in Indiana. He made 500 cupcakes and went on a street known for its gay-friendly bars and handed out cupcakes to everyone.
Wow, that's actually really nice.
Yep.
That's good because there's so much stuff going on right now with
Indiana.
With Indiana, I'm like at the same time trying to keep the mic on my mouth and also type. This is like the weirdest thing if you're watching.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
I'm like leaning and at the same time trying to get this together.
Yeah.
But no, back with Indiana. So for those of you, if you have not been following, or if you're just, I don't know, don't really care about your culture or society, there's something going on in Indiana, obviously. So Indiana right now, I think last week passed a new religious law, and it's called the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. Now, the act in itself, it's supposed to give businesses a little more, I guess, like government protection should they say, I don't want to serve this same-sex couple because it infringes on my religious beliefs.
Yeah. The pizza place?
Like the pizza place. So I'll get to that in a second. So basically, if, let's say I own a business and because of my Catholic beliefs, I don't support gay marriage, I am allowed to tell the person, I cannot serve you because it interferes with mine. Now, the problem with this is, it's going to start a huge discrimination. Basically. So that's why that's a huge dilemma, a big problem. So last week, Memories Pizza, the owner, her name is Crystal. I don't know her. I can't remember her last name right now. She was interviewed about the whole situation, and they asked her, like, would you turn away same-sex couples? And she made the comment. Now, this is another thing a lot of people went in uproar about. She said that she will serve same-sex couples, but she will not cater pizza at their wedding. Which, I mean, is kind of funny because I went on the street yesterday and asked, who in the world is going to, like, serve pizza at their wedding? Yeah. No one is catering pizza at their wedding. Especially a gay wedding. I mean, like, not even to be, like, silly or funny. But, come on. No, it's not happening. So,
you'd have to reach an all-time low in class to get pizza catered to a wedding.
Seriously, especially from, like, a random pizza place? No. I mean, unless you're serving pasta.
We got Indiana pizza. I hear it's supposed to be pretty good.
But
kind of.
Memories Pizza in Indiana, and if you go on their Yelp page right now, it is just bashing them completely. It was like the minute that interview went out last week, they went on their Yelp page, gave them 2 stars. They said avoid this place like the plague. It must have been built by Hitler. All this crazy stuff. And they were posting pictures of like gays like half naked, kissing, like there were lesbians like holding each other. it was extra, but I could see why they did it because some of it was a little rude. And then on top of that, they went and created a Memories Pizza website that basically was a fake, because Memories Pizza didn't have a website. Made a fake website like saying that they will cater your wedding, and it was just making fun of them nonstop. And then if you go on it now, memoriespizza.com, it's actually like a GoFundMe page. Like now you could donate to LGBT youth, which is really good. So because of all the bad press Memories Pizza was getting, mind you, this pizza place was probably never even heard of until this point.
Yeah.
They had to close down for a little bit. Now, people hearing about this, they said that's not fair. They were just voicing their beliefs. They had to close down. Like, why is that fair that they can't even say what they're supposed to say when we live in a country that you're entitled to your beliefs? Granted, you're right. But I feel like there's a quote in the Constitution that you can't infringe on the pursuit of happiness of others, right? I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Life, liberty, and pursuit
I'm not
of happiness.
crazy, right? Yeah, like you can't interfere with someone else's happiness. That's when your religious beliefs and your freedoms, they kind of like hit a gray area. Like you can't say I have like all these freedoms, but yet you're gonna stop the freedoms of someone else.
Yeah.
You got to figure that out. But at the same time, they did have the right to mention their opinion. So people were so upset about it that they raised a GoFundMe page. On this GoFundMe page, over $820,000, either $820,000 or $890,000.
Really?
For this pizza place, and the pizza place reopened.
Wait,
isn't that insane? Almost $1 million. 800.
Maybe I won't cater gay marriage.
Brian's gonna be like, I need money for college.
I just need money to live. I won't if that gets me $1 million.
I could understand like maybe 80,000, maybe like 20,000, but that means that there are a few people that really supported this whole thing that went on.
Yeah.
And then another thing that happened with Indiana yesterday was that this florist refused to provide flowers for a gay couple at, I think, their wedding or an event that they were having. So immediately people decided to do the same thing, and they raised her a GoFundMe page, and she almost has $100,000 already. So it's just like, are we really siding? What side are we on right now? We're going to side with...
I don't know anymore.
Right? Isn't that strange? I wouldn't think... When I read it, I thought, wow, what a great florist. Like, she raised all this money for, like, the LGBT community. And then it turns out it was instead for her because... Granted, she's an older woman. She's 70 years old. And it says on the GoFundMe page, they sought to protect Baronelle and her livelihood. Her name is Baronelle Stutzman, and she lives in Washington. So... this happened in 2013 that she refused to sell these people their flowers. Still, I just think it's great that you're helping these companies that like may now be bashed for what their beliefs were. I get it, but at the same time, you could be raising this money to actually help people, not to like influence people to be more discriminatory. And it's just crazy what's going on. And then on top of that, I'm happy that all these celebrities are coming up and defending it. Last night, and not last night, the night before last night, Rihanna had a concert in Indiana, and she basically said like, F what they're doing here, it's not right. She was just like, they got to repeal these laws. And it's true, you can't. I don't understand what was going through their minds when they said this. And I think the governor himself, he was like, I didn't realize what was happening. What do you mean you didn't realize what was happening? You signed it. So you're going to tell me that you were positioned in power and you just signed something like it was like your child's F in school? Like, what are you doing? You have to realize that what you're doing right now is just completely saying, you're bringing it back to the 60s. You're basically saying, hey, I'm not going to serve you because I don't like what you do and who you are and who you love. Basically. So then I could turn right back and say, well, I don't like what you do in your faith and who you love.
Just wait, like in Indiana, the first Muslim to refuse a Christian or someone service.
I'm waiting for it.
Blowback.
It's just constant hate on hate on hate on hate. It's exhausting. Yep. Come on, guys.
I feel bad for these people because it looks like they're the kind that just can't be happy.
Right, and then...
They wake up every day miserable.
I had interviewed someone yesterday, and I had asked him, how do you feel about this? And he was like, I'm happy it happened. And I said, okay, why are you happy it happened? And he said, I'm happy that a pizza place like this did come up and say something like this, because then the discrimination comes to the forefront, and we're not blinded at the fact that it doesn't exist. And when it does, it still does exist. And it doesn't have to be with homosexuals. It could be with, like, minorities. It could be with, like, rednecks in, like, Mississippi. I don't know. But either way, like, discrimination.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous at this point. They got to get their stuff together in Indiana. And that was my rant of the morning.
Yep. Everyone gets a rant. So, in the state capital of California, a would-be world record-setting egg hunt ended with parents shoving children and kids crying, and they got disqualified for having.
What? Why is your egg hunt getting that intense?
It's like it was gonna be world record breaking, but like 10 minutes in, they were making announcements like all parents have to stop. And they were like shoving kids to get more eggs for their kids.
It should never get to that point, ladies and gentlemen. It is an egg hunt on a Christian holiday.
Yeah, I once tried to do that.
Let's get it together, people. Let's get it together.
No egg hunt ends happily. Because when I did it, it was like this kid came up and stole the eggs out of my basket. And I went to his basket, and I took more eggs. So I'm like, how dare you steal from me? Now I'm going to take more because you don't deserve those. And this kid's mom came up to me and started yelling at me.
I can't picture Brian in an altercation.
It was when I was very little and rebellious. And then my mom came up. It's like, why are you yelling at my son?
That would be... See, my mom, she would hit a gray area. She would either say, why are you yelling at my son? Or yell at me to what I did that this person's yelling at me.
No, my mom saw everything that went down.
Oh, she did?
She did. And then I got ice cream later. So I guess I was the real winner.
Brian wins in the end.
Yeah.
It's Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
Maybe I should do that more often. Just cry and see if my mom will get me ice cream.
I doubt she'll care now. She'll just be like, Brian, grow up. And then give it to Liam. That's funny.
And
what else we got in the world?
Let's see. The last thing I have is the Kentucky governor arguing that the state ban on gay marriage is not discriminatory because it bars both gay and straight people from same-sex marriage.
Yes, because straight people are definitely having same-sex marriage.
Now every straight person can't have
My
their
God,
same-sex
how am I
marriage.
supposed to marry my second wife? Like, my girlfriend on the side, when my boyfriend is acting up, how am I supposed to marry her now? Like,
Yeah.
what nonsense is that? Like, are they... Okay. I don't understand that.
It's out there. But I didn't really...
I
didn't, expect anything smart to come out of Kentucky.
But it's like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Where are these people coming from? Why all of, I know that there's discrimination, I know there's prejudice, but why all of a sudden there's just all this discrimination against homosexuals? It's like, I know it's been there, but it's like all of a sudden coming in and it like a wrecking ball. I'm going to have to use that.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, I know that was what the sound a wrecking ball makes. It makes more like a...
No, I think it makes more of a crashing sound because that's what you use it for. Like...
Still, it's... Come on, America. It's supposed to be the land of the free.
Yeah.
And we're all just... bashing each other. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's kind of like what was that book, Animal Farm?
Oh, I actually never read that.
We're all equal,
but
just some more equal than
Isn't that
others.
like a super socialist book?
I wouldn't say it's socialist, but every character represents something.
I have to read it.
Like there's Napoleon the pig, you got the horses, you got the dogs and all that. Yep, that's
I had
pig.
to do that.
That's pig noise.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to talk about the new Snapchat update, which I'm very mad that Siobhan is not here to talk about it with me.
I'm here to talk about it.
But, Brian, you don't use your Snapchat.
I do use it. I just don't send snaps.
Okay, fine. But we're also going to talk about Tidal because I said we were going to talk about Tidal before, and we need to talk about Tidal. No.
We're going to talk about Tidal.
Once we go to the break and I press the right buttons.